Hey guys, Jiggers23 here, aka the old guy. Today I'm looking at Gran Turismo. I just picked up my copy of this yesterday, October 19th, and I've been playing it for quite a few hours, and I kind of wanted to give my first impressions on it. So you can see I've completed the driving school, a quarter of the mission challenges, and just very little of the circuit experience. Actually drove just one online race, and then I've done quite a few arcade races. You can see here I did pick up a reserve copy of the game, so I do have quite a bit of money. I've actually only bought one car. I bought the Ford Mustang Fastback. So what I kind of want to do here is just talk a little bit about my first impressions of the game. The first thing people have been noticing is the lack of cars, and that does seem to be kind of an issue at the moment. So you can go in here, go into Ford, since it is just the first one here, go to the showroom, and these are it for the Ford cars. So you've got 6 cars that you can buy for Ford. And then you can back out, go to Chevy, and kind of the same deal. You've only got 4 cars here for Chevy, and I think some of these, this was a special one that you can get, cash in your mileage points. And then the GR3 and I believe the GR4, these two were given to me when you sign with a manufacturer. What I'm talking about there, if you go into the sport mode, which is the online racing portion of the game, go into race entry, and then you're greeted with this screen. So these are the daily races, the Nations Cup Manufacturer Series, and then the Digital Championship as well. And you can see down at the bottom there, these rounds don't even start until November. So what I did, if you go into like the Manufacturer Series and you pick entry, you can see these races are not even open yet. But what you have to do is you pick the manufacturer that you want to drive for. And since I actually own a Chevy, figured why not. I know it's not the greatest racer in the world right now, but figured why not. So then when this actually opens up, you'll be able to race for that manufacturer and gain points. And kind of the same deal with these other ones too. You've got your Nations Cup, so you pick your area, your region, and then you'll be driving against other people from other regions as you represent your nation. But you can see these aren't even open yet, and they don't open until the 4th of November. And then you've got the daily races, and this is one that I actually partook in last night. So my qualifying time wasn't the greatest, and then I think I qualified 5th in my particular heat and finished 3rd. And you can see the rating kind of went, I can't remember how these ratings are classified up here where this arrow is, so I do apologize, but after one race I kind of bumped into the wall, got knocked around quite a bit too from people slamming into me from behind, and then came into some slow traffic that I was trying to pass, and there was a huge warping issue, where the cars, it's probably just byproduct of where I live. Not the greatest connection at times. But yeah, that's kind of, the limitation as far as the cars go. Let's see what else. The other thing was, you've got all of these single race, time trial that you can do. So there's not much of a campaign mode to speak of, or a career mode. You can set up your own custom races. So you pick the track that you want to go to, and some of these are locked until you level up. So like I'm gonna mispronounce this name, but like the Nürburgring, and again, apologize for my mispronunciation, that doesn't open up till you hit level 20. Some of the rally races, level 16, Interlagos, not till 18. I think these were level 10 or 11. So basically you're kind of stuck with this first row of tracks until you level up. And there's multiple ways to level up. You can go through the campaign, go through the driving school. Driving school wasn't really that hard. I'm not the greatest. I'm using the stick instead of an actual steering wheel because I haven't purchased a steering wheel for the PS4 yet. So you can kind of see I'm not, I only have a few gold medals here. And then as you finish driving school, you earn these cars that you can then, race in the arcade mode. I don't think there's too many options to race the cars that you get in the garage in the sport mode yet. Most of these are, I'll go back here to the daily race. Most of these are predetermined. So like if you go to the entry, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go here. So if you go in here, you're locked to your GR3s, and there's no option to pick cars that are in your garage. So if you go to the qualifying time trial, these are the cars that you're locked into using for this race. There are quite a few, but when you actually select one, I'll select the one that I actually raced with yesterday. When you actually select one, it takes a while to load up. So there's the car that I raced yesterday. And I'll wait for it to load. But what happens is all of the cars are bumped up to be the same level, and you can't actually set them up how you want. So you're pretty much locked into a stock car. So if you go into car settings here, everything is locked. You can't change the power ratio. You can change the traction control, and you can set the tires, but this was another one of my nitpicks here. You have intermediate and heavy wet tires that are available, but there's no weather effect in the game as of yet. So these tires are pretty much useless. So again, you're kind of stuck with racing on the hard tire. You can't set any of your ride height, change the downforce, anything in these online races yet. So, right now it all boils down to driver skill. And, you can't even go to the drift races yet. So I'll back out of this here. And you get the ranking board, so, none of my, I don't have too many people on my friends list, but none of people that are on my friends list have actually picked up this game yet. And then you've got your top 10 people that have qualified for these races. So yeah, there are limitations right now. Back out here. And then since the game is so new, one of the other things, you can go into like the editor here. Like for your decals and all this stuff, and you can change the design of your car, but again, it's very limited at the moment. For my particular region anyway, I haven't found that the way to upload a decal and actually apply it to your car is available on the Gran Turismo website. I know that they are releasing that in stages so that they don't overload the servers, but as of right now you're pretty much limited to what is available in the game. So I'll just kind of show you guys this real quick. So you've got all of these generic ones. So see personal decals, you can upload them, but it's not available in my region as of yet. You've got different shapes you can play around with. You got all these shapes, so you can kind of create, what you want. You've got patterns, And I do believe you can color those once you get them on. I haven't played around with this too much, but there's some more of the patterns. I'm not going to go through them all. Font, you're pretty much limited to what they give you, upper and lowercase. Excuse me. And you can add these to your favorite, and then you've got real brand logos that you can slap on your car, and then you've got fictional logos. There was one here like for a pizza delivery service, fictional sound systems. Can't remember what the name of that fictional, global logistics company, Jupiter and Company, delis. So there are some fictional ones that you can use at the moment, but again, kind of limited. There it is, the pizza delivery. And then as you progress during the game, you get these level stickers, so you can slap that on your car somewhere. You get these circuit experience, so just pictures of the track. And what else was down here? Course logos, that you can put on your car if you want to. And then these are purchase ones. I've only bought one so far. Media logos, like these are websites and whatnot. So, again, kind of limited at the moment. And then you have your favorites that you can put in. And then, let's see here. You can't really add anything to the, you can paint your car, change the wheels. So again, I don't have very many wheels here. So actually I don't have any for this particular car. But you can paint everything. So you can paint, you can change the color of the car that you want. So I'll just pick the navy blue real quick, just to show you guys that, and then you can change it to the metallic or the pearl, and you can zoom around the car. And then we'll exit. Not going to save it. And then right now for the helmet, basically all you can do on that is just change the color. So again, very limited. You can't add any stickers or any kind of design to it. You can change the color of the suit to paint that, 3 different colors. And I'll show you that real quick too. So it does take a second to load up here. But there's the special helmet that I got for pre-ordering the game. And then, the suit, you go into paint, and then there's three different sections you can color. I'm not sure why that, it's because I didn't do anything with his shoes. But yeah, you can change the color of the shoes, and, it changes the color of the shoes and the side stripe on that particular panel. So I'm just going to leave that alone, don't want to change it. And then the, the main color and then the highlight color. So back out of that. Whoops, didn't want to do that. And then you've got your mileage exchange. So basically, as you just do any kind of racing, any kind of driving in the game, you earn these mileage points after each thing that you complete. And then you can come into this shop and buy different things. So you've got different wheels, different decals, a couple different helmets right now, and a couple of profile poses, and then special paints. But again, extremely limited at the moment, so hopefully we'll get more stuff there. And then you can actually go into this Discover, and these are just things people have uploaded. So you've got pictures, escape photos, racing photos, different replays people have posted. Decals is empty right now just because there's no way to produce them that I'm aware of. And then you've got the car paints, so you can go in, like this is one that I actually saved, so you can actually go in and like these, and then you can add them to your online library. So then when you actually purchase this car or win this car, you can actually apply this paint scheme to the car that you have. So then there's the helmet, So these are just helmets that people have created, uploaded, kind of the same thing. You can go in, can like them, add them to your library, and then actually use them on your character. And then the same thing with the suit, but again, there's no way to apply decals to the suit right now that I'm even aware of. So you just basically have people who are just creating different color schemes. So hopefully we'll get some more options here, because it is very limited. See what else. So I showed where you purchase the cars, and then you've got a lobby. This is where you can just hook up with other people, and just drive different tracks. You can set up your own race to race against your friends, or other people that want to race against you. Probably set up your own league if you wanted to. But that's pretty much it right now. So if we go into the arcade mode, you can set up a custom race, and I'm just going to do the Northern Isle real quick, and we'll do a night race real quick. And I'm going to choose the one that I had, so we're going to just pick the Mustang. So actually here's the Corvette that you get for signing with Corvette to actually drive for them in the Manufacturers Cup. And then I actually have two versions, or actually two copies of the same car. I can't remember how. I think one of them came with the pre-order, and then the other one was given to me when I actually signed with Chevy. So you're going to end up with some duplicate cars. I think I have 2 or 3 that are actually the same. And then so there's another one here, the 908, and then I think the Mustang Rally car too. And then we've got a go-kart. But we'll just go ahead and pick the Mustang here, select automatic. And then you can change these to be like endurance or lap races. So you can change it to an endurance race, and then you can see the max amount of credits you earn, goes up depending on your settings. You can change the number of laps, and then your money that you can earn goes up there as well too. So I think we'll just do like a quick 5-lap race here just to demonstrate what that's going to look like. And then you can set your starting point. Again, since there's not really a career mode here, you can start first or you can start last and try to move your way up. If you start last, you get more credits depending on the place that you earn. So if you earn first place by starting last, you end up with 3,100 credits. You can choose rolling or grid start. I don't think that affects, it doesn't affect your money. You can turn the boost off, that affects your money. You can actually change the interval of the start too, but that doesn't affect much. You can change the slipstream, so strong or weak, but that doesn't have any effect on the credits earned. You can change the damage, so if you bump into the walls or other cars, your car will get damaged. Fuel consumption, you can set it to 1-time use, up to 10 times, so that affects how quick you burn through your fuel. It doesn't really have a bearing on the credits you earn, it just makes the race a little more interesting. Then you can set the grip to low or real. You can set the opponent category, so if you want to race against harder opponents, you can you can set that to like GR1, and then see the race becomes extremely difficult. I forgot what class I was in 400. And then you can set the opponent difficulty, beginner, intermediate, or professional. I'll just set it to intermediate just for demonstration purposes here. Then you've got the penalties, so if you cut across, like on a road course, if you cut across like a grass area on a turn, you get like a few second penalty. If you crash into the wall, you can set penalties for that too. You can set the course correction and then the flag rules. That's pretty much it for setting up the race, so I'll actually go race and I'll demonstrate what that looks like real quick here. And then once you get in to the car, there's different views that you can do with the right bumper. I'll kind of show you guys that a little bit here too. And then you can actually save your replays, take pictures and whatnot after that as well too. Excuse me. So all of those, that scroll at the bottom is just showing you the cars that you're racing against. So you can go into the car settings. Now, one of the things that a lot of people have been talking about is that you can't upgrade your car, and that's true to a degree. If you go to Quick Tune, you can actually level up your car using the mileage points, but it's very generic. You don't have like engine upgrades. You can't add an air dam. You can't add the rear wing. You can't do a weight reduction per se. I mean, there is a weight reduction here, but it's not like previous versions of the game where you actually had, your shop, and you could go in and actually add those things onto the car, and you could actually visibly see like the air dam or the rear wing. You can change your tires. So if you want to go to like super soft, you could change your tires before the race here too. So like now it's set to sports hard. You've got I think these are supposed to be the street tires, right? And then sports are like for racing, but not like competitive racing, if I'm understanding this correctly. And then these are like actual race tires. So I'm just going to switch it to super soft. You can see down in the lower left here, it changes some of the dynamics of the car. So you can change the brake balance, you can change the ride height, the frequency of the springs, the roll bar. So you do have, when you actually go into the arcade mode, you do have more options for setting up your car than you do in the online. And since we don't have a way to change the aerodynamics on this particular vehicle, that option is grayed out. So you can change the differential. You can change it fully customizable if you want, and then the same thing with the transmission. You can customize each gear to your liking if you want to. Alright, so I'm just going to leave it on the standard. Driving options, you can set whatever you want here. So like I don't have the driving line on. We've got the cone markers set up, but I don't have a brake indicator, anything like that set up. I do have anti-lock brake systems. I didn't realize I had the counter steering assist turned on, but that's okay. We'll just leave it. So go ahead and start the race just to demonstrate here. And this is the outside third-person view, and then if you push the bumpers, you can get these different views. So there's the cockpit view, driver's view. And I'm screwing up already just because I'm talking. So yeah, I rammed into that guy. But, it's not an online race, so I don't really care. So you can kind of see, what the game looks like. I mean, it's got great graphics and whatnot, but as of right now, it's just very limited. So I'll switch the view. So I'm not the greatest driver as far as changing these views goes. There's a third-person view. And then we'll bump it up again. So there's, the outside view. And then back to the cabin again. So I keep bumping into people, but again, not an online race, so it doesn't really matter. I'm taking the incorrect line here as well too, so I probably should be more in the middle of the track to get the higher speed that I had when I actually did this online. So if I take this middle line here, see, I wasn't even in 5th gear. You can hear me feathering the gas there, feathering the throttle. And we'll just make this final turn. So I didn't give myself enough laps to move up, but that's alright. So there's the checkered flag, finished 8th. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So that's pretty much the game in a, very short review, very short demo there. But yeah, right now I would say, it's very limited. I haven't been keeping up with the news, so I don't know what's coming out when, if we're going to get, weather effects, if we're going to get, more cars. I know that at one point the developers had said they were going to release cars, but they haven't said what, when or what cars are going to be released as far as I know. So if you guys have any news on that, I would definitely be interested in learning that. One of the things I would like to see are some of the classic cars come back, that have been in previous versions of the game. And maybe some more of the racing vehicles as well too. I know like at one version of the game they had like the NASCAR stock cars that you could purchase. I think they had a couple of F1 cars too, and a couple of versions of the prior game. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So hopefully that'll help you guys, make a determination if you want the game right now. But if you guys have questions, please do post those down below. If you like the video, if you like a little demo, you know, go ahead and subscribe. Give me a like as well. I do appreciate that. And one thing that I am interested in hearing about is what cars are you guys interested in seeing? Again, I'm not the greatest driver. As an older gentleman, my reflexes have slowed down, so I'm not terribly competitive online right now. So I don't stand a chance of winning any of these divisions. So I pretty much stick to the offline racing just so I don't screw up anybody else. But every once in a while I will jump online and race against people. But these are just some more of the manufacturers that are in the game here. So you got Ferrari, Lamborghini, Renault, Alpine, Audi, Lewis Hamilton. This is just a video of him, and you can go into the channel and it talks about he's going to be a mentor at one point in the game, but I don't think at present that there are too many demonstration videos featuring Lewis Hamilton. And then you've got the museum as well here too that you can go to, but it's again pretty limited. Just pictures and things like that. You can go into like McLaren, and there's only a handful of cars again with McLaren. And then you've got like a future version here, and then they have a race channel, different videos that you can watch. And then you've got these scenes. What these are is you can place a car in here. So like you can click on this and then you can actually take one of your vehicles, put it here, and then take a screenshot, and you can upload that to your personal page. So no, these are all just scenescapes that you can use. And I've actually forgotten how to do that now. You can go into Jaguar and it's kind of the same deal. You've got your showroom. Only 3 cars in Jaguar right now. And then you've got your channel, and then the Jaguar Museum. So this is another way that you can get into a manufacturer and choose the manufacturer that you want to drive for. You go into the brand central, pick Jaguar if you want to drive for Jaguar. You can click on driver contract, but see, I've already signed with Chevy. So then when the season actually starts, you'll be driving a Jaguar. If there's a car you guys want me to buy and test out, if you want to see that, let me know. I'll get that posted. I'll give it a try, because as of present I really have no plans on what to buy when. That's kind of a cool car there. But you can't buy a car based solely on looks. So we've got the Beetle. got all kinds of different things here, but again, extremely limited at the moment. So let me know. Here's the Asia Pacific manufacturers: Toyota, Nissan, Honda. And then can't remember, Gran Turismo. There's no cars in this one. I think it is just strictly the channel and the museum and the official site. So yeah, I kind of got a little long-winded there, guys. Kind of going through. Yeah, here's the scenescapes. So you can pick where you want to go. You got some different options here. You know, 6 different pages of these, and then each one has a subset of menus. So let's see here, what would be a good one just to show? I don't really know. I'll try the art trucks. I haven't even looked at this one yet. So yeah, these are different trucks. And then you can pick one. Let's pick one at random. And then you place the car that you want in there. So we'll just be stupid, place the go-kart. So you can, move it around with the left stick, rotate with the right. And then once you get it placed, there's different things that you can do here. You can change the way the wheels face. You can change the headlights on or off. Oops. Oops, not what I wanted to do. And then you've got, your advanced settings. So you can put your driver in there. Some of these, since, it is a go-kart, the lights are kind of turned off. There's only the LED in the front. And then you can actually place, more cars in there too if you want. And then you push the bumpers to go to the camera options. So you've got, your shutter speed, exposure correction. And, this kind of changes, light and dark. So we'll just put that back in the middle. You can change the focus. And then, you can change the aperture. Actually, that's locked for that. I don't know why. And then, you can change the aspect, orientation, grid. And then there's some advanced settings here too, pan up and down and whatnot. But I'm not even going to bother taking the picture. And then you've got your effects. So, you can change the film grain. Make it look kind of weird. You got color and monochrome. Not even sure what half of these things do. Excuse me. But yeah, you've got like the fisheye lens. Glare, not sure what that looks like. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But yeah, there's, again, really limited at the moment, so hopefully things will change here. But we'll just go back all the way to the main screen here. Whoops. And then you can go to your home page. And you can actually change the background of your home page too. So you've got, like a mansion, you've got your garage, the racing garage. I think, yeah, so this is like the racing paddock, if I said that word correctly. And then you've got, like an old style, neon style garage here too. So you've got those 3 options. You can change your driving gear from here. So these are just helmets that I've gotten. I don't know why I have 2 of these. One says GT, the other one doesn't, but and then this is just the generic helmet, and then this was a special chrome one that came with the edition that I purchased. And then you can change your racing suit here. Excuse me, geez. So you can, recolor these if you want, and then change them here as well. And then you've got the profile poses that you can change too. So again, kind of limited at the moment, but hopefully things will change here. But again, sorry I went on after I was going to close out the video, but kind of wanted to show you guys a few things there. And then you can change the, I'm going to mispronounce this, the livery. So if you have things that you've saved for, the Ford, I actually downloaded a gentleman's decals here, his paint scheme. So I'll apply that and show you guys that too here. So there's that, he did a really nice job on that. So anyway guys, that's that. Hope that helps some of you guys out a little bit. But my first impression is it's very limited at the moment. Kind of, hoping for more cars in the future, some rain effects, that sort of thing too. But that's just my personal feeling. But thanks for watching, guys. Again, sorry I went on and on there, but that's pretty much it. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.